Everyone, it's me again, Dreoni. So today is going to be my first tutorial, and I'm going to be teaching us how to make emojis, beautiful emojis. Very easy. So let me introduce you to the interface of Figma. So Figma, in my own opinion, I think Figma is more intuitive and easier than MS Word and Excel. If you can use MS Word and Excel, you shouldn't have any problems with Figma. So this is the toolbar. This is where you make stuff. So the toolbar is like all the tools you need to make stuff. And Figma is very good at actually labeling like their elements. So if you hover your mouse on any of these elements, you can actually see what they do. And this is the text. The text, like text tool. And this section here is where you find your page. Like I have my page, the art icon. So you can add a new page by clicking on the plus button. So add new page. And these are my elements. So this is the ellipse. And these are some kind of like X code. They are more like, let me explain what color palette is. So see color palette as, imagine an artist, right? You need to mix colors together. So computers have found a way to actually generate some kind of code that represents the kind of color palette you can use. So this code here is this color palette. This code here is this color palette. So let's begin. First of all, I'm not going to be using any shortcuts because it's for total beginners, like totally. Like if my grandma and my kid brother doesn't understand it, I failed. So I'm that sure about talking about I'm not sure about explaining how easy and dope Figma is. So let's click on the ellipse tool. Yeah, drag it. You see it's looking like an egg. So you have to hold down shift while dragging. So let's make a ellipse tool 3. Yeah. Like let's make that ellipse to 3. No. I think I'll prefer 300. Yeah, that works. So then you select it. When you select it, you get this box around the circle and you can see the color. Figma kind of like generates a default color for you. So when you click on this fill place, this fill, so you can actually delete the fill and click plus to add a fill. So let's change the color. When I click on the box here and you see this stuff here, this thing that looks like an eyedrop, it's called the eyedropper. So it helps you selecting colors you would like to use. So let's select this color. Boom. See, easy. And now we want to create the eyes of our emoji. So normally you should duplicate by pressing Ctrl D or to drag in, but since you're a beginner, you can just go back to the tool and click on ellipse again. Hold down shift and drag. Let's make it 60. Yeah, 60 by 60. And then click on the fill tool. Click on the eyedrop. It's color picker, but it looks like an eyedrop. So my seeds, I call it an eyedrop or a color picker. And then you can duplicate or press or drag, but for absolute beginner, I can just go back to the tool and just click on ellipse, and then Alt drag and make it 60 by 60. You see, Figma can tell if they're equal because it aligns properly, or you could just check by aligning it here on the alignment property here. So let's just make this one feel like color red. I don't know if that's red, but I'm bad with colors. Yeah, and then press Ctrl G to group them. But since you're an absolute beginner, you can right click and just click on group, select group. So now it's a group. So make sure that the space between these balls are like one circle extra. So you could adjust it by hovering it this way, or you could just come to the property bar and manipulate the value. I think 50 works. Perfect. Click on the circles you created and then hold shift and click on the bigger circle. Go to the property bar, and then you'll see that Figma has already highlighted align horizontal center. So just click on that, like aligns everything properly. And now it's time for us to put a smile. So to add a smile, you go back to the ellipse tool, you click on ellipse, you hold down shift, and then you make sure that the ellipse is between like half of the eye of the, just sometimes you just have to trust your intuition. But I think it should just be probably so close. That means the edges of the circle should be in the middle of both of the ellipse, the two ellipses created initially. So let's press. No, we are going to add a stroke to it. You can see that there's no stroke, and you can see that Figma has given us a very good experience by making the stroke panel like grayish to show that it's not active. So you click on the plus button to activate that, then and increase your width a little. So I think, yeah, I think 8 is okay. So you click on the drop down and then click on center, then you zoom in a little. So now this might be very tricky. So usually I should press enter to actually activate me to make me manipulate the node, but I'm going to click on this guy here. It's called edit object. So when I click on edit object, so I get these round circles at the four corners of the shape. So if I click the one at the top and press delete on my keyboard, then boom, you have this beautiful smiley face already. So you just have to go to the stroke section and go to advanced stroke setting and then click on round to make the edges of the ellipse round. I click close. So now that we have done this, you have to make the color of the stroke the same color of the eye. So you click on that and click on the high picker tool and select that. Boom. Perfect. And now you can just make some adjustments to this and perfect. So now we want to create like a partner, like I don't want to say partner, I'll say like another emoji that might express some kind of meaning or to give you some kind of expression, so you can really understand the value and the beauty of design. Design is not just about you just doing stuff, it's about you expressing emotions the best way you can. So I'm going to create another circle and then drag it. So let's see what's the size of this circle. It's 300. So I also make this 300. I can just hold shift and drag, and you see the red line telling me that I've gotten to the, like, it's the same alignment with the other object I'm comparing with. But you can see that it's not 300, it's 302. So you have to adjust it. So you can come to the control panel and adjust it, and then it works. So click on our color picker. I want to change the color. Then you click on this color. No, not the color. Sorry. Like, I'm lost in thoughts. So you click on the yellow background. Just pick whatever from the color picker tool. And I apologize. I'm just a little bit too excited. Yes. So now I'm going to be introduced to boolean. So boolean is a way of manipulating your objects. So let's pick another ellipse and let's hold shift and drag. Okay, that works. So I'm going to duplicate it by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl paste. It has been pasted. So now we have this. So I'm going to take this particular one on top of the other and then drag, select them all. I'm going to click the drop down menu and click on subtract, and then you can see that the boolean is like a condition that shows, I don't know, it's weird, but that's how it works. Boolean can only be understood by developers. I don't think any regular person understands what a boolean is. So that particular thing I clicked there just makes things like awesome, manipulating elements and all. So you can actually go to Figma site and learn more about these things. So now I have to select the fill again and pick my color picker tool and then click on the eye. And now I have to copy and paste this particular shape. So I press Ctrl C and then Ctrl V and then I press Shift. And then I try to align it properly. And then I press, to create a smile for this particular emoji, I press Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste it, and I drag, and then I hold Alt on my keyboard so I can drag them on both sides equally, and then I can adjust. So it's good habit for you to always group your layers. So you can highlight everything and press Ctrl G. But since you're a beginner, you can press and just right click on your keyboard and just click on group selection. And you can name it Smiley. Let's name it Smiley Sleepy. You have to be very good at naming. It helps you sort your folder as well and be able to remember how you structured your file. Smiley Sleepy. I don't know. Anything. I name it whatever I want. And then we name this guy. I think I have to align this. It looks unaligned, so I have to like try to find a way to align it properly. Yep. Yes. Perfect. So I press Ctrl G to group it, and probably just name this Smiley Wiki because it looks awake. Smiley Wiki. Press enter or return. Boom, and then we are good. So I have to add a little bit of character to this icon because design is all about expression in a very user-friendly way. So if you're a designer and you don't find a way to provide some kind of very good experiences for your user, then you're not designing, you're just doing stuff. I honestly believe that. So you can see now I'm trying to create a character. I just rotated the icon by going to the edge. So if you come here, it means you want to like scale up and down. But if you take it a little bit above the edge, it means you want to rotate. So kind of rotate it this way and then make this particular emoji lean on the other emoji. So that's quite too much. I think that works. And now I'm going to make the love icon. So to be honest, you don't really have to always go to some site to get your love icon. You can only just do it on Figma. I'm going to show you how to do it very quickly. So you click on the ellipse tool, you hold shift and drag like so, like this, whichever applies, and then drag. So I'm going to press return on my keyboard because I use a MacBook. But if you use a Windows, it's going to be enter. And then I click on, so these are nodes. Let me undo. So I think I was too fast. So you edit the object again, and then you highlight the nodes. You click the down direction on your keyboard. So you can hold shift to make it faster, or you can just keep clicking the down direction on your keyboard. And then when you get somewhere here, and then it's fine. So then you see these nodes. So these objects, when you edit objects, you have this node activated. So I'm going to take this node closer to the one at the middle by clicking on the right direction and then doing the same for the other one until you are satisfied. So you hold down shift and then click the top direction and then boom, the magic, total magic. And now I can just click to the eyedrop button and click on the love icon. And then, you see? Simple like ABC. I don't have to go anywhere. I just have to do them all on Figma. Like, even my grandma should be able to do this. So I'm going to press return. And you might be like, why is this love so chubby? So you can make it sharp and by clicking on this node and pressing command. When you hold down command, then click, and then it gives you this classical love icon. So this is a very exciting moment for me because I'm going to be printing out this icon and putting on my wall because it's going to remind me of today that I finally share my knowledge with the world. So I'm going to teach you how to export your design. So you're going to click on the frame icon. So this frame guy, you see this guy here called frame. So when you click on it, it makes you create boxes whereby you can actually export your designs. This is frame 1. So you can give it any particular size you want. And then highlight your what's it called? Yeah, don't forget to name. So you have to name this particular icon. Very, very good for you to name your elements. So just name it art icon. And then highlight everything and then command group and name it empathy. Or empathy or what's empathy. Like design is all about empathy. And then you drag everything here. And boom, we're done. So I can just name this empathy older. Like I like to name my files. It's a very, very good habit. It makes you work faster. And now can I export this? So how do you export? Of course, you go to the property layer. You can't go to the toolbar. You can't export on the toolbar or the page. Then you just come here, you go to export, and you see that you have the plus button, and then you get this extra option telling you how would you like to export it. So whether you want it in PNG, JPEG, SVG, whatever. So you just select like how big you want the exporting to be. So I'm going to choose 2x. Will be twice as big by the time I export it. And then I click on export. See, simple like ABC, like you don't have to stress, you don't have to find a way to actually. So actually, to be honest, like it's all about design thinking. Like you have to find a way in your head to make your work faster. You have to be able to master your tool and know how to solve problems that will make your workflow very fast. So right now, this is the most important part of the video. Like me just showing you how to design an icon is not important. So the most important part of the video is me talking about the people that have helped me achieve this much in my career. And I want to give a shout out to all the staffs and all the people all the colleagues, my colleagues and my friend and my bosses at Kunga as at the year 2018. I'm going to mention everybody's name. If you are bored, you can just drop off already because you can just start practicing. But so yeah, I'm going to be giving a shout out to Toby Akone. Toby Akone is my boss. Like everything I've learned about design when it comes to empathy and user experience, like he's a go-to man and he's so dope. And Francis is dope as fuck. Like when it comes to aesthetics and human psychology, like he's a boss. And I remember back then when I was at Konga, when I'm very, very lavish, he always gives me like transport fare to go home and stuff, and he gives me sometimes he gives me his lunch, and it's very, very nice to me. So like sometimes like I'll just be chilling and just be like looking, and then Toby will just tell me about this new book and just give me some insight about UX and human psychology and all this crazy stuff, and it's so exciting like because most of the time, people that are actually so intelligent and so dope at what they do, they don't get all the recognition because they are busy mastering their craft and getting better at what they do. So I actually appreciate Toby for impacting my life. And also, I'm going to be giving a shout out to Richard. Like Richard is like the biggest boss when it comes to like I don't know. Sometimes it makes coding look like it's just some kind of joke. Like when he talks about JavaScript, he just says, "Yeah, I just woke up like around 2 a.m. I just wrote this code and it works and I just sit down. Like it makes coding jokes. Like you just make it too simple and it's crazy. I don't wonder like why is this so easy? Then I realize that it's the passion and the love for what they do. Like if you love what you do, you just keep on learning and keep on grinding. I also want to give a shout out to to Excellent. Excellent is a wizard. Like he just writes code and doesn't talk much. Yakin has a time interval of pushing his glasses back and forth. I think that's how I get inspiration. Like it's so dope. Like everything I learned about coding, JavaScript and shit, I learned from them. I also give a shout out to Madam Debola and Madam Zainab. Like they were very, very good teachers, and I really learned from how their work ethic and how they actually try to motivate and inspire me when I was an intern. I also give a shout out to Shitu. Shitu is my net friend. Like we watch Naruto together, we watch cartoons together, and we talk about silly stuff, and it's exciting. We play a lot of games. I'm also giving a shout out to Emmanuel. Emmanuel doesn't talk much; he just writes code. Like they're just like that. I don't know how to talk, but I just write code and I do dope stuff. Like Emmanuel is badass. I'm giving a shout out to Andrew. Andrew was one of the few. I don't want to say like one of the few people. I just want to say Andrew was one of the first South African white dude that I interacted with and actually explained the whole concept of scalability and experiences and provided the best solution by actually understanding what you are doing and making it scalable for all to use. I'm also giving a shout out to John. John is dope. John doesn't really talk much, but he likes design. He's passionate about design. I'm giving a shout out to Lawrence. I'm giving a shout out to Mr. Ezekiel. Mr. Ezekiel always takes us like out every evening and we talk and we just drink and just have some fun on Fridays. I'm giving a shout out to Michael. Michael is really like Michael is so smart, but he doesn't look so smart actually. Not like he doesn't look so smart. Like he just act like I don't know. Like he's one of the strangest person ever. Like I respect him so much. He's so badass, but he doesn't look badass. He's just so regular. I also give a shout out to Mr. Abibola, like the project manager, Mr. Dika. Dika would never stress you. Dika just gives you all the time you need to be creative and to come up with the best solution you can think of when given a challenge. I'm giving a shout out to Razak. Razak is one of those badass guys. Like he doesn't talk much, but he's so badass. Now I want to give shout out to all my friends, like those we intend together. I'm giving a shout out to Kunle. Kunle is a badass JavaScript developer. He's obsessed with scalability. He's always obsessed with scalability. He's always talking about it has to be scalable, and he just sits on coding all day. I know he's a code wizard. I know actually has a language called Yolan. Like he actually wrote a language for Yoruba people to code. That's just a badass. I'm gonna shout out to Gideon. Gideon when it comes to like leadership and management. Gideon is the best guy you can actually hold on to. Like Gideon is so dope that way. He's so dope and he does write awesome code. Like everybody at Konga are badasses. Trust me when I tell you. I'm giving a shout out to JK. JK is one of the best aesthetic designers I know. Like if you want your website or your app to spark, JK is your guy. I'm giving a shout out to Abdullah. Abdullah doesn't talk much, but he's badass. He codes. I'm giving a shout out to Bolo. Bolo has a time interval of pushing his glasses every 5 to 6. I think every 5 to 6 seconds, right? He always keeps pushing his glasses and he's always laughing and talking about stuff. He's one of my cool guys. I always like having conversations with him because he's very, very intellectual. I'm giving a shout out to Gospower. Gospower is badass, very badass, but he has this habit of actually doing push-up with one hand every morning just to make me feel insecure. Yeah. I'm giving a shout out to what else? Sean doesn't talk much, but he's badass. Like he fucks with JavaScript like it's nothing. Like he doesn't just talk, he just looks and just say and just write code. I think he actually writes code without even touching the keyboard. Like is that badass? I'm giving a shout out to Toby. Toby believes that I have a strong belief that Windows are better than MacBook. He doesn't like MacBook. He's an advocate for Windows laptop. Like Toby is very, very, very good. How am I ever telling you that they are good? Like everybody that worked at Ponga are so badass. I'm giving a shout out to Moshood. Moshood is my friend. I and Moshood have something in common. We both have pot bellies and we hang out a lot and vibe. Moshood is badass. Trust me, badass. When I mean badass. I'm giving a shout out to Plum. Plum is so dope. Plum dyes his hair probably like probably 3 times in a year. It's so very expressive, like, and when it comes to user experience and user flow, like Plum is your guy. Plum is so dope. Now I'm going to the ladies. I want to give a shout out to all the ladies from Konga 2018. Shiamaka doesn't talk much. She loves writing and she's so dope. She's a very hardworking lady and she's smart. I'm giving a shout out to Cornelia and Nike. Cornelia and Nike, like those are my friends. When I'm bored and I just want to have some fun and talk some stuff, funny stuff, I just go there to the active one and just talk about stuff, talk about movies and Netflix. Those girls are just awesome. They are fun to be with and they are smart. Everybody at Konga as at the year 2018 and now, because all the knowledge that we have wasn't just like, how do I put it, was actually shared. Nobody was ordering anything. We expressed ourselves and we shared knowledge. We did a lot of knowledge sharing. So I'm going to shout out to both of them, Cornelia and Nike, and also to Etima. Etima is the sweetest person I know. I think I learned how to be loving from Etima. Etima will literally give me a meal every time, and she's very, very awesome cook. She's a very, very awesome cook, and she's so dope, and she takes good care of everybody. Like she's very empathetic. She's like a Konga mom. Then I'm giving a shout out to Folake. Folake is like she's so pretty. Trust me, she's so pretty. and she's a badass developer. Like if you're not dope, please don't just try DMing her because she's just gonna like kick you off. Like she's smart. So I really try to mention everybody I can think of. I hope I've not missed anybody. Like everybody, I want to say big thank you to everybody that has impacted my career some way or the other. And to be honest, I'm doing this all for love because I believe if we can, if we'd have actually attained mastery in our profession, if we can actually find time to actually teach the basics of what we've mastered back to the society, it can actually help the society grow better and we can become more productive and more useful to ourselves. There's no point to having a mastery of something and you don't give back to the community and you just die with your knowledge. Like it's wasteful. Like nobody's smart in the grave. I mean, your brain is totally useless when you're dead. You have to always try as much as you can to always share knowledge when you have attained mastery at least. So thank you very much. I really want to say big thank you for everyone that have subscribed to my channel, and I promise that I'm going to be dropping all the secrets of designs because it's been 10 years now and I have to move on from design, actually not from design, like from interface design. I think there are more exciting things to do actually. But I'll be teaching you all I've learned over the years, and I'm sure if you love design as much as I do, you're going to do great stuff, even better than what I did. Like trust me. So it's your boy Dre once again, and I'm pretty tired now. Let me sip some water. Oh shit. Yeah. So follow and subscribe. We're everywhere. We are pushing the good news of design. Always remember that empathy. That's my quote. I'm trying to remember. That empathy should be the driving force to solve day-to-day problems faced by humanity. Empathy will make you come up with better solutions. Not if you don't design for money. Who designs for money? Like you design for love. If you design for love, get paid with money. See, that's how it works. Thank you very much, and click on the subscribe button, and I get to see you soon. Our next class will be making icons on different icons. We are going to be duplicating all the icons we can click on, from Instagram icon to Twitter icon, blah 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 blah. So thank you very much and take care, and God bless you. I'm out.